It sounds like you often write poetry then. Obviously, our competition was limited to 40 lines. Was this a challenge for you, or did you overcome that quite easily because that's often your length of
To
your
be honest,
poems?
that is what I do.
Okay.
Like I write short poems. I do have in my head like ideas to try and write like a longer poem. I actually started, and I never finished it, but I'm going to go back to like a novel at the time. That's where I first got into writing about like 3-4 years ago. And I just slowly went, I think because my favourite authors write poetry as well.
Okay.
Like I'm not really into modern like poetry or modern fiction. I love like the Brontes and stuff like that. So because they start with poetry, I then start reading Byron and Keats and stuff. And that got me into poetry, but I only really started writing poetry about 18 months ago. But then my favourite poets, because they do write these epic poems, which I know aren't like necessarily popular today, I do want to try that, but most of my poems are quite short, so doing 40 lines is quite easy.
So you've come to poetry maybe slightly later in life.
Yeah.
What inspired you to do that? Was it being part of a creative community here in Rutland
I
or
used to write
Stamford?
songs.
Okay.
Okay, but like God bless me with the worst singing voice, right? And I always like wondered why, because I'd always write like songs, record them, something quite. I got quite some good attention for it while I was at uni and stuff. Never made a living out of it, and then went on to other things. But then I don't know, about 5-6 years ago, I kind of like got guitars again and just started messing around with it. And then that developed into trying to write novels, and the poetry thing, like literally just as soon as I was looking at a bit like when I started playing guitar because I discovered Oasis, right?
Okay.
And then you kind of discover the Beatles.
Yeah.
So a bit like me suddenly reading Bronte novels and stuff.
Yeah.
You discover like Keats, so you discover Byron, the people that inspired them. And it just lit this fire in me, and
Okay.
it just kind of made sense as well. It was like, well, that's probably why you can't sing, right? You're supposed to write poems, not songs.
There's
and
a
stuff,
reason
so.
behind it all.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, thank you so much for getting involved in our
welcome.
competition. Where did you find it, if we can ask that?
I did see it on Facebook, I think, but also I was at the monthly Walkers,
Oh, yeah.
like Walkers Bookshop poetry thing that they do. I think it's like the first Saturday of each month. Rob Pisani.
Yes, that's our station manager, yeah.
But I think it was because it was National Poetry Day, or had been a few days
Yes,
before.
yeah.
Like he came in and did mention your competition in
Yes,
there. So
yeah.
so when he did that, I was like, okay, I'm going to enter it.
Well, it's brilliant to have you involved, and hopefully everybody loved your rendition. We'll make sure to get it out on our social media, and keep writing and keep getting those poems because
Thanks very
we
much,
loved
and
it.
Thanks for putting on a lovely event as well.
Thank you very much.
You.